Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video. We are going to be diving into what I am assuming is going to be one of the most interesting launches of 2023, and that is the new palette. I have it here, the Muse palette by Cosmic Brushes. If you remember 2022, you know that the palette that won my ranking of 2022 was the Serenity palette by Cosmic Brushes. So I already know I love this formula and I am so excited to be diving into this one. You have no idea, I'm over the moon, but also let's not pretend that the bar is literally not amongst the stars, because the Serenity was so bomb. Is this one gonna be bomb too? And also, if you do enjoy this video, if you enjoy some makeup content on a regular basis, don't forget to subscribe before you leave and leave a little like if you like the video. So the Muse palette is going to be the third palette from Cosmic Brushes. I actually have the two other palettes that she has from before. Those are still available on the site in case you are interested. But this is the new palette that's coming out. And it is a little bit more muted, a little bit more of a mauvey, grungy green color story with pops of like a yellow and some lime greens. Very excited. The one that I'm most excited about is actually this one that's called Softly. It is like an almost grayish, pastel pistachio ice cream. I just think that it looks incredible, and I know from before, if this is the same quality, which I am assuming that it is, that the pastel shades from Cosmic Brushes are just amazing. This one will launch on Friday the 10th, and you can use the code Angelica to get some money off. I will leave all the info about this palette, including what time it is releasing, because there is a big chance that this one will sell out, because the palette that she released before, which is the Serenity palette, has sold out so many times. Right now it is back in stock. It looks like this. This is more of a bright turquoisey green blue color story. Amazing palette. And then we also have the Royal Rose palette, which is the first one that came out, which is more of a pinky warm color story with some pops of yellows and neutrals. So it is launching, like I said, on the 10th, and the owner did tell me that it's going to retail for 18 British pounds, and that is approximately, with the conversion rate that's going on right now, $23 and about 21 euros. But that is going to be converted while you're at the site, just so you know what's going on. So this one is a UK based indie brand and is owned by a woman named Faye, and I'm just super excited to be trying out another palette. Like I said, I was sent this as PR, but I would have definitely, without a shadow of doubt, bought this one myself had it not been sent to me as PR, because I love the palette she released so much. Okay, let's jump in and let's just do two looks. I'm wearing my new dress. This is a Norma Kamali dress. Look at this dress. Like, is this not like just such a stunning dress with like an I absolutely love it. Did you see anything? Did this make sense? Not really. I will link all the things that I have on my face. I will link the dress. It comes in a million different colors. It also comes in a shorter length, I think. Absolutely love it. It's like a bodysuit underneath. This video is not about this dress, but I'm just blown away by this dress. I also were at the hairdresser yesterday, and I went a little darker than I had anticipated, but it's red, so it is gonna wash out a little bit once I get in the shower, but that's why that one is a little bit different. Okay, if you want some info, it is in the description box. Let's jump into the tutorials. I'm gonna do an all matte look first, because I want to play with the contrast between the warm and the cool greens. I also got this brush set sent to me, which means that I do not have to clean my brushes. We're all happy about that. Pretty sure that these are available on the site. It seems like synthetic bristles. Okay, well, I'm excited. Which one should we try first? I think this one, the little buffy one. Actually, I think I'm gonna do this big fluffy one, because I want to start with the yellow one, and then I want to do this green. Or maybe, yeah, this green, and then this, and then I want to do this. I want to see how that works together. Maybe it won't, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to look amazing. Oh, and this picks up just like I remember. So I'm just going to do a light dusting of this mustardy yellow in the crease, just to have the warmth up towards the brown. And then we'll go in and build with the green. So I'm not trying to build this one up. I'm just using this as a transition shade. So I'm going in a little bit lighter. But yeah, this is building and blending just as I am used to. I'm gonna use some on this smaller brush as well and just do under my eyes. And I think we're gonna do this on half, I think, so that it can meet with the cool and the warm down here too. Okay, so with this slightly smaller brush now, we're going in with the filigree, and I am gonna build this in the outer corner and in the outer part of the crease. And I'm gonna blend it into the mustard, but I'm starting to build. And then I'll blend. But I think I'm gonna do it to about here in the crease. I think that's gonna be a good one. I'm just adding a little yellow to blend them together because, I mean, they are definitely two very different shades, but since they're both like with a warm undertone, the shades, they do blend together really well. And I feel like that looks really good. I'm gonna add some of that filigree with an even smaller brush under my eyes as well. I'm just trying to mimic before we go in with the lid shades, because I'm excited to see how this is all gonna work together. So I'm putting this a little longer in, and then I'm gonna use, well, you'll see. I'm just really hoping that I'll be able to figure this out, because I love the mix between a really cool tone shade and a really warm tone shade. I just feel like it gives the contrast that I really want. Okay, so what we're gonna do, okay, this one doesn't have a flat brush. I noticed that this set, the only flat brush it has is this one, but I would use this to like either wiggle on my lower lash line with a really, really dark shade, or as like marking your lash line on top. So I'll just do a flat brush. This one is from Beauté bar, and I am gonna do these two shades, the Water Lily and this one here that is called Softly. Those are the two shades I'm gonna be working with. So we are starting with Water Lily on a flat brush, and we are putting that in the middle of the lid. I love like poison, slime, fell, if you know, you know, kind of shades like this. So pretty. I think that looks so cool. And I'm doing a little bit on the side, and I'm gonna put that just a little bit on top here and like blend the darkness out just to get that under the eyes as well. Okay, so I'm just cleaning this off a little bit. I have my Sigma switch here, and I'm doing Softly, which is this like, yeah, almost grayish pastel seafoam. And I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do that here. I love a cool toned and a warm tone together. If you want this to be even brighter, you could definitely top off the inner corner with some white, but I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I might even put, do I wanna have white in my waterline? Or do I wanna find something that's this color? I think I'm gonna do white. I have white here. Oop, hold. So I'll do a little white. Oh, this one has color on. And I'll do some mascara and some lashes, because I have some new lashes I want to try. They are these lashes that I bought from, what are these called again? Rocka lashes. I will talk about them in my haul that's coming up. But yeah, this is what it's gonna look like. And I think it's beautiful. Obviously a big fan. Well, this is actually me just putting on a second layer of mascara. Too soon? Okay, I'll see myself out. So this is the first look, and I will say I really like it. I think it's a fun look. Yes, my hair is a lot more red right now. We'll see how I feel about that in the end, but it really goes with the green. I so far like the mattes just as much as I like the mattes in the other palette. So I think this is a hit so far, but in the next look, of course, we're going to be trying out, because I want to try out this one, the luster one, and I want to see if that one has the same smooth opaque feeling without spraying it as the light shade in the Serenity palette had. I think it was called Opal or something, because that one was just such a pretty shade, and it just, yeah, Opal. and just went with everything. It's like a purple to a green. And I think that this one is like an iridescent purple. Maybe to a little gold. I haven't swatched it. Should I swatch it before we use it? Yeah, this is a gold to a purple iridescent topper shade. Let's do a halo eye. I love doing halo eyes with topper shades. Let's do a purpley mauvey sultry halo eye coming up right now. So I'm contemplating if I want to do petal or if I want to do this one that's called sweet pea. Because I really want to do this one that's called fig. What are we doing? I think I'm gonna do this one and just keep it a little bit more muted. So these two, and then we'll go in with this one. I like doing looks that are not, I don't want to say too complicated because I don't know if that is true, but I like doing looks that are not too many shades as well, just to show you what you could do if you get this palette and you don't want to do an intricate, you know, cut crease, 7 different shadows, blending for a million years. Sometimes I just want to show you something that's a little bit more approachable. So I'm just going to put this one on both the inner and the outer part, just pushing it in with small circular motions. That's turning out really pretty. I'm just using a little bit in between, not really putting color. I like keeping it open here because you can see I have quite the fold that's coming with age. Like you can see here, you see the fold that's coming. I kind of like keeping it open in the middle. I think that that works the best with my eye shape, but I really strongly encourage you to try for yourself which kind of a halo eye you like. But if you have a similar eye shape like me, or if you have more of an aging eyelid, I would recommend something. You can see that I'm trying to slant it a little bit, just trying to like do it a little bit diagonally. I feel like that helps with lifting an eye that starts to droop a little bit with age. And I also try to keep it open in the middle because I feel that that way I won't have some weird like creases messing with whatever intricate thing I'm trying to do. Those like cut crease halo eyes that I see people do, they just don't look amazing on me anymore. Because of how my folds and everything is here. And that's just the way it is. Now I'm going in with a smaller blending brush again, and I'm going in with the shade that is called Fig, which is a very dark, it seems like a very dark plummy brown. Yeah, there's definitely some plum in there. And since I'm blending it out into a pink, we are definitely going to be seeing more of the plummy undertone. If you blend the shade like this into something warmer, like the mustard, it is definitely gonna appear more on the brown side, which is what I like with these really smoky plums. I feel like they're so versatile. So I'm just starting to build a little bit where I want it. Again, small circular motions. I just want to accentuate where I put the pink without covering up the entirety of the pink. Just building on a little bit out here because I like it to be the most dramatic out here, because again, I feel like that helps with building the eye shape a little bit. And I'm going back to the brush that had the pink petal, and I'm just blending honestly a little bit on top because I know that this formula can take that, and it's also going to make this shadow appear even more pink. If you're working with a formula that is not as easy to, well, that can lose its pigment if you blend on top of it, I would say blend the edges instead with the same small brush. But this formula can take a little bit of a beating, which is something that I like. So yeah, this is how we're doing it. Now it's looking a little bit like this. I'm gonna use just a little bit of the Fig to truly deepen up in the very outer part and the inner part. And I think I am somewhat happy with this. I'm gonna like probably blend a little bit more on the edge here, but not on top where I put this last dark step. So I did a little bit under my eyes here as well. I usually, on me, do not leave a gap in the middle of the eye. Some people do, some people don't. I prefer don't. On me, sometimes I do, but usually I don't. So I'm gonna pick up the shade Luster with a flat brush, and we are gonna do that in the middle. That is really, really pretty. I feel like this is a little bit more flaky than the opal, but I also know that these ultraviolets from all brands that I have them, they're a little flakier than any other shades. It's always the bright violet shades. So I think that that might be like a pigment thing more than a shade thing. But as you can see, it definitely works without spraying it because I haven't sprayed it. And then I like taking a little bit on the edge because this is a topper shade. So whatever is underneath is gonna shine through. So when I use a topper shade, I try to cover up a little bit, not cover up, but like put it a little bit over the mattes as well, like the dark ones, because it's gonna give me this nice 3D effect of just different kinds of shades shining through the topper shade. And then I just dab a little bit here to blend it out. But yeah, I think that that looks really nice. I am gonna do this in my inner corners too, but I'm actually gonna spray it so that we can see how intense this can be if we do spray it. So I'm gonna do a little bit of inner corner highlight with this. Okay, so very intense. That is the answer. Oh boy. So I think I'm gonna do something maybe lavender on my waterline, and I'm gonna put on the same lashes as I had in the first look because I really like them. They were long but not thick, so you can see the shadow through, which is something that I really like. I have a lot of lid space. There's a long way up to my brow, so I like long lashes, but I don't like thick lashes. But yeah, really liking the look. It really matches with my highlighter as well. So let me fix all of that and we can chat about this palette. I love a good halo eye. I will say I don't do halo eyes that often, and I don't know why, because every time I get them on, I'm like, ooh, ooh, ah. Who did that? Stop right now. But I really do enjoy it. Let me know if you want to see some more looks. Like, listen, there are so many options in here, and also there are so many options to be mixing and matching this one with this one, for example. That could be so much cool. And like, yeah, there are some neutrals here. This is duochrome here. There's this lime green shimmer here. So many options, so many things I could be doing. Please let me know your thoughts down below. And don't forget to check the description box for the launch time, the discount code, where it will be dropping, all of those things. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you again tomorrow, I think, for a new video. Bye!